How many people here purchase this organic lettuce from the grocery store?
My business is phone response.
And we will continue to expand our business.
Think Dragon's Den, the college edition. In our series about the class of 2014, tonight's story is about changing attitudes towards finding work, whether they're fresh on the job market or just making a fresh start. These grads are finding their own ways to launch their careers forward. Joanna Remiliotis explains.
Just focus. Yep, slow, focus.
The clock is starting to tick and they're starting to sweat.
Let me try it again. Start again.
It's the last chance to practice and polish that pitch. This is a reality show in the making and a reality check that when it comes to getting a job, the competition starts right here.
Okay, everyone, 10 seconds. Nothing is changing. 10 seconds, okay?
Would you stay there just in case?
With media students producing it, Humber College's LaunchPad competition is a live test of nerves, an innovation incubator where current students and recent grads compete for cash to finance their own businesses. Some have already tested out the job market, but no one here has found their dream job or is willing to wait for it. They want to create it.
In terms of the actual unemployment rate among recent graduates, it's pretty dismal. I mean, it's pretty high, in other words. So how much of that came into play in deciding to do your own thing?
You have the choice to go mainstream, or you can choose to be an innovator and go outside the box, create something that hasn't been created, or adapt, make something new.
You are solely in control of it, whereas if you're in the job market, you might walk in and get fired the next day.
You have a whole bunch of overqualified people that are doing things that really are well below their capacities. You know, so this is a little bit of a rebound from that, I think.
Speaking of overqualified,
Thank you, sir.
Craig Petton and Pablo Alvarez are career waiters with college diplomas who never found steady work in their fields. Years of serving food planted a seed, so they went back to school.
We believe it's time to create a healthier, more sustainable food system.
Their pitch video shows their plan to use a nutrient-based water system to grow greens that could operate out of any warehouse.
The journey has been so, rewarding. Yeah, invaluable.
So the risk part, it doesn't feel like it's looming over us. It feels like it's coming up to us, and we're ready to face it.
That's it.
Lindsay Branton and Brennan Lundy also decided to firm up their future by starting their own fitness business.
Hit the target, squat down, hit the target.
Small classes, a personal touch, and a bigger cut than they would get working at a big box gym.
Drive.
Dreamy Fit offers in-home personal training and small group training.
Their pitch video is all about working for you and themselves.
Especially in the fitness industry, if you look at it, when you're training for someone else, you're getting a very small portion of the money that you're making in that session. So you're working really hard and you're making these amazing changes in people's lives, and it almost seemed like you weren't getting fairly compensated for it.
As an artist, Colin Edwards figured he could be a starving one, or not. A self-styled motivational musician, his plan?
I want to know, raise your hand, who here can sing?
To make a living inspiring young people with song. Yep, he had to make that job up.
Because what I'm looking to do doesn't exist. I was never deluded enough to think that the music industry was going to be fruitful with job opportunities when I started. So I can say I knew it was looking grim.
Call them dreamers, risk takers, optimists. They're all part of a generation trying to defy the job odds by gambling on their own. Entrepreneurship is risky, but with more people graduating from university than ever before, learning how to compete may be the ticket to success.
Picture, hundreds of thousands of recent grads coming into the workforce every year, and for the most part looking like clones. How do you stand out from that? And it's not that easy, but it's incredibly important. It's going to be a winner.
Lauren Fries runs Talent Egg, an employment network for students and recent grads. She says more and more employers hold competitions just for the chance to win a job interview. Talent Egg even preps candidates with online competitions, asking them to come up with a social media plan for a big company. Now more than ever, standing out is the name of the new job game.
They let students showcase what it is they can do, that they can take the theory that they learned in the class, whether it is, business specific, engineering specific, or whether they studied philosophy, and they can take that and apply it to something that is relevant in the workplace. And that's what's so important about those types of competitions.
We're trying to appeal to a lot of people.
Back at Humber, it's showtime. Dozens of students applied to be part of this. Only 9 teams made it this far to vie for a share of a $40,000 prize offered up by the school. A panel of judges, business leaders in the community have been asked to decide who deserves a cut of the money.
How many people here have purchased this organic lettuce from the grocery store?
Craig and Pablo's dream to grow and sell organic greens locally is about to be tested.
3, 2, 1.
After a few nerve-wracking false starts. Remember, it is students running the show.
This is a closed-loop ecosystem approach to growing food that doesn't use any chemicals whatsoever.
They launch into a pitch they hope is as sustainable as their product.
It's a combination of hydroponics and aquaculture. That went quick. Oh my God, did that so go quick. Nice job, nice job. That was good. I can eat now, totally, totally.
Train Me Fit offers small group training in Brampton.
Like everyone who made it this far, Lindsay and Brennan have relied on the school's mentors to give them a leg up.
We are asking you for $15,000.
Now they're standing on their own.
I think we did really well.
I think that the previous practice pitches that we did prepared us well for it.
We provide motivational speaking for high school students.
And after weeks of perfecting his song and dance, Colin sets out to hit the right note.
Music as a medium to deliver that message.
His idea is finally under the spotlight.
I feel pretty good. I'm ready to get the results.
It doesn't take long for judges to pick who should get the biggest chunk.
The grand prize winner, Aqua Greens.
A whopping $20,000 goes to the guys with the lettuce.
Excited.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I've got goosebumps still. I'm standing up there. Oh my God. It's amazing. I'm like over the moon. I'm so excited. This is huge for us.
We're months away from opening, and this is just going to get us that much closer. It's just so real. We're so excited.
Everyone else gets a smaller share. Colin and Lindsay and Brennan get $1,000. More than enough, it seems, to keep them all going. A show of hands of how many of you are optimistic about the future? Okay. And who will keep on trying? Their persistence may pay off. It's still a gamble, but they've already proven they're standouts, and that alone already puts them ahead.
Okay, just a couple more, okay?
Joanna Brumiliotis, CBC News, Toronto.
Humber is one of many Canadian schools grooming the next generation of entrepreneurs.